Okay, so quick story, kind of funny. When I did rent my car at the Seattle airport, I was by myself. I'm a female. All these men and people are waiting in line behind me. And you do have to take a shuttle. If you're going to rent a car in Seattle, you have to take a shuttle from the airport to the car rental place, which is essentially across the street and down the road. So I've got my suitcase, I've got my backpack. I usually use the backpack as a purse when I travel. I've got my carry-on in my backpack with me, and I'm getting on the shuttle with all these guys around me. They see me. I'm this solo female traveler. I'm by myself. They're kind of looking around, like maybe thinking like, where's her husband? I don't know, where's her partner? Where's her friend? Where's her sister? No, I'm by myself. But I'm in the US. I'm a US citizen. I speak English. I rented a car. I knew I was going right to the car rental, and then I was going right to my Airbnb. I'm not, you know, new to traveling. I had already traveled the world by myself at that point, but it was just kind of funny because I rented a car, and so I was thinking about the gas prices, and before, you know, this is one of the first times I'd ever been out west in the US. I had already been to Las Vegas to stay with my sister girl when she was living there, to visit her, but I had never been to California or anywhere else out west, so I didn't really comprehend how. I've heard people say, oh, you know, like the gas is really expensive out west, but I didn't really realize it was that much more than it is in the Midwest in Michigan. So I'm totally quiet because when I'm by myself, I already travel quietly because I move quickly when I travel, and I don't talk to people. I just move quickly. I stay alert, I stay awake, I stay aware, I stay conscious of my surroundings. I'm paying attention, and I like to do that anyway because I like to learn and grow and go on adventures and explore and see new things, and I'm always looking at the differences between where I live and where I'm at. I like to look at the names of stores, the way they do things, the geography, the way shopping is, the way street signs are. I observe all those things, and I like to. I find it interesting. I find it fun. It's cool for me. I love traveling and seeing new things and learning new things. So I'm very alert and awake, and I'm paying attention, and I can kind of sense these guys are just like looking me up and down, like, is she really all alone getting on this shuttle? And it was just kind of funny because no one said anything. They didn't say anything to me. They weren't rude or disrespectful or anything. We were just sitting there, and I was just kind of paying attention. I was looking out the window. I was looking at my surroundings. I was just, you know, looking at Seattle. All of a sudden we passed this gas station on the street that we're in the shuttle going to the car rental place from the airport, and I see the gas prices are $6 something a gallon, and I was like, wait a second, it was $2.50, and out loud to myself I go, gas is $6.25 here? And all the guys started laughing, and they were like, yeah, where are you from? And a lot of people like think I have a southern accent, which is funny because I say y'all, but yeah, I've lived in Michigan my entire life. Yeah, I was born in Nashville, Tennessee. But y'all's about the only southern thing I say. But some people tell me I have a Midwest accent. Some people tell me I have a southern accent. But anyways, they were like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Michigan. And when I left, gas was like $2.19 a gallon. And they were like, oh my God. And I was like, I'm going to have to rebudget my entire trip. And they were just laughing. And it totally broke the ice in the moment. And they were just like, oh, wow, you're by yourself. You're renting a car. But I was very safe. I didn't give them, you know, my personal information or anything like that. But I just kind of made a joke of it. And I was like, good thing I have a Costco membership and that I can go to any Costco in the United States because I saved a lot of money on gas with my Costco membership, which, by the way, the annual membership for Costco is $60. At least that's what it is here in Michigan. And it pays for itself in about a month when it comes to the gas prices, because $60 annually per year, only one-time fee for the year, $60, pays for itself in gas within the first couple of months, whether you drive an SUV or you drive a sedan like I do. So yeah, like, that's a really good price when gas is always 20 to 30 cents cheaper at Costco. So it saved me a lot of money driving a rental car in Seattle because gas was already way more expensive there. And I was like, thank God I have this Costco card. I can pull up and just Google search wherever the Costcos are. And of course they were everywhere, and they were much bigger with many more lanes in Seattle because there's way more people than there are, you know, here in Michigan. But it was just so funny because those guys are just laughing. They're like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm gonna have to rebudget my entire trip. I rented a car and I'm driving everywhere, and I didn't even realize the gas was this expensive. And I drove from Seattle, like I said, 2.5 hours to Port Angeles if you look on a map. It's a smaller city, about 2-hour drive, hour and a half, 2-hour drive to where my cousin was living. So I did there and back in that rental car with those gas prices, and I didn't know it was gonna be that expensive, but I made it work. I used my membership at Costco, and it was totally worth it to see where my cousin was living because it's such a beautiful area, and I'll never forget that drive from Seattle to Port Angeles because it was one of the most beautiful drives I've been on in the US, and I drove it myself. Female power. Peace. Don't forget to look at the link in my description for my book Testimonials, which is on sale right now in local Schuler's independent bookstores in Michigan, as well as through the link in the description through Barnes & Noble Self-Publishing House. I am an indie self-published author, and I would appreciate all the help that I can get. If you're interested in real non-fictional short stories and rhyming poetry, spoken word, check out the other videos on my channel, and please check out the link in the description to support my self-published book called Testimonials by me, Kelly Paratelli. Thank you. Ciao.